All right, your boy getting a little sleepy, but let's go ahead and take a look at these two. Chris Paul, Devin Vassell. Let's start with Chris Paul.
Chris, you look like you were in some pain right before you hit that big three in overtime. What happened on that play?
I got my nerve hit my elbow. That happened a lot over the years of people reaching, trying to steal it. But when you get hit right in that nerve, my last two fingers were just straight out and your hands start burning. Almost like when you get hit in your funny bone, just a little bit more intense.
You didn't hesitate to put it up.
Oh, I thought it was a funny bone thing.
No, I shot the ball. If you saw when we came out of that timeout, I was throwing the ball in the air, just making sure if they fouled, I'd be able to shoot free throws, and they didn't foul, so.
Did you feel your arm at that point, like when you went back in the game, or were you just
like when Braun said he's seeing 3 goals? Yeah, no, I couldn't feel it. I shot that shit. I was cool.
Oh, they forgot to bleep that out. That's funny. They usually bleep it out. That's funny. That's really funny.
Just, you started out a little slow. You just always know you're going to come up big when it counts.
You hope to. The way the game was going, I don't think I even took any shots in the first half. They were in a weak coverage, drop coverage, So Vic was open. Other guys were open, and I just try to pick my spots. And then, they're towards the ends, winning time, and that's the funnest part of the game.
You feel like you're going to become obsolete if Vic keeps throwing passes to himself?
Yeah, that was wild. We was just talking about it. I seen Julian cut, and I thought he was about to pass it to him. And, when I saw him put it off the backboard, I was like, damn, what's Vic doing then? You see that? I tell you, just about every night he do something damn, that's why they talk about him all the time.
What is it like to see his confidence stay at that level, to do things like that and take over a game?
Man, it's great. It's great, but
it is so huge that a player like Chris Paul, and he was praising him before he came to San Antonio, but a player like Chris Paul, to his pedigree, a Hall of Famer, easily one of the greatest point guards to ever walk this earth, praises Wemby to the degree in which he praises him. That really shows you how, it's not enough that just the media talks about him, right? You take, no disrespect, but you take Zion Williamson, and everybody talked about how great Zion Williamson was, the media did, but you talk about the players didn't hype him up that much, right? But Wemby is continuously hyped up amongst hoopers and amongst media members and amongst fans. It's not a fluke. It's not a fluke.
Vic, I think sometimes I have to be careful and not take him for granted. I gave up a layup tonight because I was just like, Vic, where you at? You know what I mean? He just covers up so many mistakes. That 3 that Trae Young tried to shoot in the corner, you know how dynamic Trae is, and he makes them shots in his sleep. Just Vic, in the way he contested it, it changes everything. So he, I don't know how many blocks he had tonight. He different.
I'll tell you. I'll let you know. Wemby had a total of 4 blocks and 2 steals. And you also had a block, Chris Paul, but I do not recall when that happened.
In this league a long time, Chris. You've been through finishes like the Spurs had tonight. Was that something meaningful, though, to win a back-and-forth game like that? It goes into overtime?
Yeah, it was, because, we could have folded at any time. That dunk could have messed around, been an and one, but then it probably should have just been one tech, but having a game like that and then going into overtime and still making the plays that we needed, I think that's good for us. And I think for us, we just want to keep trying to, stack wins, not be satisfied with this. We know we got another game Saturday. Every other day now for a while, so. Which
is a good thing. And yeah, you want to start stacking them, routine, this is a routine W, all right? It should just be routine. We play, we win. That's it. It's routine.
Watch film on this one and get ready for Portland.
I'll be honest with you guys. I think Chris Paul's having so much fun in San Antonio and really enjoying his time here. I think that might be a selling point for him to stay. I don't know if he's gonna ring chase. Because I initially I thought that, yeah, Chris Paul's here until they trade him, you know, a deadline. But I'm starting to convince myself that he might stay.
Seen you since Portland.
Yeah, I didn't get to play that long in that game.
Were you surprised by that?
When I got ejected, first quarter, first time I think in my career, you know, that early, you know, it's, ooh boy, so hard to hold my tongue. Somebody from the league though, I talked to them about it, and they was like, just be grateful for you, boy. What he said to me, he said, just be grateful for what I've done for the league, and be grateful for what the league has done for me. Okay. Yeah.
What's that mean? That's like that's some mafia talk. What's that? Y'all, that's creepy. They talking to him like that? Adam Silver gotta go. What is that? What? What's his name? Anthony Soprano? Was he talking with Anthony Soprano? Was he talking to Tony Montana? What is that? Was he talking to Antonio Montana? Mafia talk for real? What does that mean? That is creepy. Yo, that's really creepy. I don't like vague talk like that. Be happy for what you've done for the league, and be happy what we've done for you. That's some creepy talking with the Penguin. Yeah, was he talking to Oz? Was he talking to Oswald? What? It also means we need that money to flow now. Stay in your lane. That is creepy.
For what the league has done for me. Okay. Yeah.
Ugh, I don't like that.
That's
bro.
what the guy from the league said. So, yeah. Go figure.
Kind of a ridiculous thing. I mean, I heard you
That's
say.
like really replay it. That's like really disrespectful, dog. That's like some really weird stay in your place boy type stuff. I don't like that, man. That gives me a funny feeling.
Done for the league and be great. It was like, just be grateful. Hard to hold my tongue. Somebody from the league though, I talked to them about it, and they was like, just be grateful for you, boy. What he said to me, he said, just be grateful for what I've done for the league, and be grateful for what the league has done for me.
Ugh.
Yeah. That's what the guy from the league said. So, yeah. Go figure.
Kind of a ridiculous thing. I mean, I heard you say you're acting like the police, and then boom.
You said it. Yep. Ejected in the first quarter.
Speaking of grateful, you got
Be grateful for what the league has done for you. What are they talking about? Ugh. We've given you money. Be grateful. I don't like that, bro. I don't think you guys understand how sick that makes me feel. I really don't like that. Super disrespect. It's gross is what it is. Ugh. I don't like that, bro. What the league has done for you. What do you mean what the league has done for him? That's weird. That's weird and shady. It is shady. They need to recognize that the players run the league. There could have been another league, and if that talent is there, there are going to be people that want to watch it and invest in it. Like, I don't know, man. I don't like that. I don't like that at all.
the shirt on for the classic. What does that mean to you?
Oh man, it means everything.
Pro player always, guys. Remember that. Pro player, pro worker, always. Always be pro player and pro worker, no matter what. All right?
The HBCU Classic going on at Mohegan Sun right now. It's crazy. Well, I don't even know if I can say that, but it's my family's there. You know what I mean? My brother, my parents are there watching. Tomorrow I'll get a chance to join one of the broadcasts, but it's super dope for those HBCU teams to compete on that stage. So I wish I could be there to watch him. But great.
Nah, Clan, players don't run the league. Money does. Why else does the refs do what they want? There is no league without the players, period. That's all I gotta say. There is no league without the players, period. At all. Wouldn't exist. If every player decided to go in a different route, and I don't know, every player decided simultaneously to play in China or whatever, they would make that league bigger. That's how I feel.
Grateful that we've been able to put that on, and excited to watch them guys.
Speaking of big stages, you'll be in New York on Christmas Day. What is that going to mean to you? Does it ever get old? And how many times have you
They
played?
would make that league bigger. That league would make more money, and then they would get paid more. And probably still not as much as they deserve with how much money gets thrown in.
on Christmas?
Exactly. I'm not paying to see the refs. I'm there for the players. Yeah, it's a players league, man. Always be pro player, pro worker. Every situation, you won't go wrong.
I don't know how many times I've played on Christmas. I've been injured for a few. Yeah. It's a great opportunity. You know what I mean? I tell the guys on the team, you know, it's something you can't take for granted. It's only 5 games on Christmas Day, you know, and we get the early game in New York. I've never played in New York.
Then they find someone who want the money and be grateful for what the league has done for them. All right, sure. Wemby leaves the NBA. All the best players leave the NBA, and then let's put Kai Soto on the Spurs. And I'm sure people are going to be flocked. People are going to lose their minds to go see Kai Soto play for the San Antonio Spurs. What are you talking about? Kyle, what are you talking about? It's all talent, man. It's all the talent. The talent is what brings in the money. The talent is what I think Kyle's trolling. I don't think he is. The talent is what brings in the viewers. The talent is what brings in the money. It's the talent. It's the workers. They do the work. Okay, actually, I think he is trolling. I've become a season ticket holder. Okay, I think he is trolling. My apologies. If anybody actually agreed with that, then sure. I guess I haven't been on the internet long enough. I need I need to be on the internet longer to realize when someone's trolling. Okay, I think Kyle is trolling now. Okay, all right, Kyle. I love you, Kyle. It was a good conversation nonetheless, because some people actually believe what you just said. So, all right. Good stuff. You got me. Kai Soto catching strays. Hey, I had to, who's Soto? Exactly. Don't you want to see him over Wemby, though?
Work on Christmas Day, so I think it'll be a lot of fun for our team to get that experience.
A couple of guys mentioned the contagious energy with Keldon and Jeremy. Not a lot of times this season they've been together. What was that like to have them both back?
Man, it's the first game we done had all season with everybody, so it takes some getting used to. I think Mitch said something great in the locker room about we don't have to save nothing. We got so many bodies, we can just rotate guys in or whatnot. So it's great to have Trey out there, to have Zach back, all these guys, man, because we just got such a young, vibrant team. Young, not me, but probably not Harrison too, but we have a really good team, and I just hope we understand that we can be really good. We don't have to wait till next year or the year after. Like, we need to be trying to win right now.
I don't think he's going anywhere. We can be really good. We don't have to wait. We don't have to wait next year. He didn't say, these guys don't have to wait till the year or the year after. He might want to finish in San Antonio. I don't know, guys.
Devin just briefly talked about how seeing the details actually play out and matter in games like this, and seeing wins instead of what used to be losses is starting to really feel rewarding, and that they're really starting to notice the difference. Have you seen that with these guys now?
Yeah, because it's hard to win. It's really hard to win, especially when you play this many close games. And I know sometimes they probably think I'm insane because I'm just always thinking about the next play. When the guy hit the $10,000 shot, I couldn't even react. We was playing like trash. You know what I mean? But that's the game. These end-of-game situations, I think we just going to continue to get better at it, because over time,
Someone hit a $10,000 shot? You think they're going to give him the full 10,000? He's not going to get the full 10,000, is he? I hope he does. That's crazy. That's a teacher? Dude, that's awesome. During timeout. Oh, dude. Oh, that's awesome. Buzzer beater too? Let me see if I can find that. Okay, guys, I did something so stupid. I typed in on Twitter Spurs teacher shot, and yeah, now I feel bad. Okay, but I don't know why. Let's do 10,000. I don't know why I did that. Okay, no one posted it. Trying to make sure no one posted it. I don't know why I typed that in. That's so stupid. I quit my teaching job and invest in Hawk Tua coin. Yeah, good luck.
You can get tired, and when you get tired, I think that's a lot of times when your mind slows down or whatnot. But the elite teams, the elite players, the Trae Youngs, he's gonna make you pay. You know, the one time you relax, he's gonna make you pay, and that's why he's so good. And you gotta, it's like that every night in this league.
I don't know if you heard, but Jeremy said you're like the Spurs master splinter. Thoughts on going to be with Jeremy?
I forgot about that. Yeah, after the game, Jeremy Sochan said that Chris Paul is like master splinter. That is so funny. It's kind of messed up though, because master splinter is like really old. Like he's like super old.
Man, I be trying to keep my cool, man, just because we are so good. Jeremy is such a dynamic player. We took him out at one point in the game. He was guarding Trae really good. He came out of the game and he hit a three. I looked at the coach and said, get him back in. You know what I mean? But I think our team, every game, we just continue to grow. We continue to grow. We had a great 3 days of practice. So it can be really deflating when you're a young team and you play as hard as we do and you don't win to get those results.
Yeah.
So I'm just so happy that we starting to win those games. So then, you know, it really makes guys, you know, buy in a little more.
Yeah, that is true. We saw that last year. You know, it was deflating because every game they played hard. Like we couldn't even. That was frustrating even for us talking about the game because we couldn't go into these games after them and like say, well, if we just did this or this, but not really. It's like they just weren't good enough. You know, it wasn't like we were going into these games like they really didn't try tonight. Like they tried every night. See, he even said Sochan is great. Sochan is great. Yeah, I don't know why people even question that.
Devin, how did you feel comfortable getting back in the starting lineup, or did it take you a while to feel things out?
Felt great. It felt great. Felt great to be back. Felt great to have the whole team for the first time. And
as I said, starting him was a big deal. I think that was going to help us start off strong because we really struggled in those first quarters. He's going to owe the government more in taxes than the 10K. Life is stupid.
the whole season.
America is stupid.
It was a everybody contributed to this game. Whether you played 2 minutes, whether you played 48 minutes, it didn't matter. Everybody contributed. That was a big time win.
So the chemistry was pretty good, even though
I'm new here. How do you feel about Mitch Johnson coaching so far this season? I think he's done a phenomenal job. Yeah, I think he's done it. I think he's gotten more and more comfortable each game, and this game was a good test, right? I thought that this game was a really good test, especially, you know, going into overtime, very close. You know, you need your coaching to be on point, and I thought that he made some very clutch decisions down the stretch. Still, like I said, I still don't agree with finishing games with Keldon, and funny enough, Coach Mitch Johnson even brought up that there's a lot of plays that he feels like Keldon will want back. So I don't quite understand why we did that. But other than that, I think he did great. He kept his cool during overtime. The entire time, yeah, he kept his cool. It's like he's been there before. I feel like that's a main theme with this team is that we're starting to look like we've been there before. You know, if I was, let's just say like 7 years ago or whatever, you know, I went into the hyperbolic time chamber and I came out and Mitch Johnson was our coach. Watching these games, I wouldn't have thought that this was his first time. So, yeah.
First time I think y'all, the five of you been together on the court, probably all year. Chemistry seemed like it was pretty good with all of you.
Yeah, I mean, I think we have good chemistry off the court. Like, you know what I'm saying? In the locker room, we're always talking. We're always, it's just a good group of guys. So, I mean, it doesn't matter. I don't feel like what five is out there. We're able to, get along. And as long as we're focused on the game plan and locked in on the little details, we'll be good.
That stretch of the last minute and a half of regulation when it seemed like every three was a game winner. What was that like to go through?
It was huge. First off, shout out to the fans because, I mean, every single time we made a bucket, it sounded like.
Is Devin Vassell always on caffeine? Like, how much caffeine does he have during the day? It's like he's always on caffeine, bro. It's not sped up. This is just him. Devin Vassell, by far, everyone that we listen to, he's my favorite to listen to after games. This dude is like, I don't know, man. Drug test this man? Probably Nicholas. It's probably a good idea.
Like you said, like it was a game winner. Big time shots. I mean, Vic, CP, me, whoever it was. It's just a great win. It feels good to be on the other side of this and winning these type of games for real. So, big time.
Having been through.
He's just so excited all the time. He's just energetic. He is so excited all of the freaking time. I wouldn't want to take Devin Vassell anywhere, bro. I would not want to take him anywhere. Could you imagine? He's optimistic. He is just so excited. I'm just happy to be here. This is just so great. Everywhere. Anywhere you take him. Take him to, I don't know. Take him to a history museum. He would just like lose his mind. It's so great that we won the Civil War. It's just so awesome that we won that. It's like every single thing.
Two of the rougher years where these games went against you. Do you have that thought on nights like this? Like, these are the ones that got away from us before?
Try not to think about that during the game. I'm just trying to think about obviously winning the game and all the little stuff that we need to do to win the game. But afterwards, I think that was the first.
Let's see, Clang, can you look up stat for me? I'm curious of his mid-range game compared to the rest of the league. I don't think he misses from 15 feet out. Yeah, let's see if we can find that.
Thing that everybody said in the locker room was this is a change from the past 2 years. We're able to come out with these wins and just get settled down. Like in the big time moments, it's CP, it's Vic, it's me, it's whatever it is. It's like we know what we're going to, we know what we're trying to run, and then we just execute it, making big shots.
The other night after the Minnesota game, Harrison was talking about how a lot of times these games are lost in the details, like the minutia, the little things. Do you guys feel like you're starting to understand what those details are more and more?
Each game, yes, for sure. CP definitely harps on it. Sometimes we'll have certain scouts and we'll talk about certain things, certain tendencies to where he tells us it's like stuff that happens in the playoffs, and a lot of us don't have that type of experience. So it's just huge. Each game we're building, each game we're learning. Like HB said, it's all in the little details and in the scouts of, if you don't want somebody to get to their right hand, if you know they're going to be crashing offensive glass, like whatever the case may be, we try to just take those little things away.
With Chris, no matter how quiet he is.
I'm trying to find it here. Still looking. 10 points, 2 points. Where is that? Okay, it's here, but this isn't the entire league.
Earlier, what's going on with him? Do you have that faith that, when it's crunch time, he's going to deliver?
I mean, every time. I don't think anybody questions when he has the ball at the end of the game. We know it's either a good shot, a good pass, or we're getting something good. So huge shout out. Hopefully that it didn't sound crazy. Huge shout out to CP. For some big time shots, and like I said, for really just maintaining that game and keeping it under control.
Obviously, adding Keldon back tonight, it looks like he didn't really miss a beat. What was it like having his energy back on the floor, especially in overtime?
KJ crazy, man. I love him to death. He comes out there and he has that energy, and before the game he's pumped up, after the game he's pumped up. I mean, that's the energy. It's just contagious. I think between him and Jeremy, the energy that they bring, it's contagious for us. Plays where like that reverse dunk by Jay, or that steal at the end of the game from KJ, like those are just big time plays that we need and big momentum plays. So it was just huge.
You still seeing things from Vic that just make you say, what?
The pass to Jeremy, I sat there and said, there's no way. And then
he's just so excited. He's like SpongeBob, man. Everything. He could probably be a fry cook and be excited about being a fry cook.
Obviously throws out the glass. Like, it was just little stuff. Like, are we playing in our backyard or are we playing in the NBA? Like, it's crazy. He makes it happen. So it's good.
Walk us through those moments when you're taking that big shot at the very end with the game on the line. What's going through your mind? You have obviously the confidence, right?
Yeah, for sure. Try not to think about it at all. I mean, you just sit there and you talk to yourself and you say, even if you miss one, you've been in the gym for countless hours working on these shots. It's just
okay. I think I found it. Let's see, per game. You said 15 feet out. You see, as far as made, or should we do? We shouldn't do percentage because it's gonna be heavily screwed with people that took like one shot. So made per game. Devin Vassell, he's down here. So he is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19. He's top 20 in the league as far as field goals made. But a lot of people are tied with him. But as far as field goals made in the entire league, and then if we broke it down to just guards, he is 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Almost top 10, but he's 11. So there you go. As far as field goals made, that is. And then let's see, are any of these an outlier? Like let's see, how many have you actually took? Yeah, like this one doesn't count because it looks like he hasn't taken any. Like it's only one time he's taken, so that doesn't count. Jamal Murray would count. I think this would count. Yeah, so he's really about top 10. Yeah, he's really about top 10. I actually wonder how often these people played. So yeah, you can take a few of those players out. So it's either top 20 in the league and then top 10 in the NBA. So yeah, he's one of the best. He's 40% from 3, which is stellar. %, from 25 to 29 feet out. And he is 61.5% from 20 to 24 feet out. So there you go.
Another shot. So you got to step up. You got to have the confidence to shoot him. And if you have the confidence to shoot him, it's going to go in.
Coach, before.
Yeah, he hasn't played that much. Yeah, that's true. He's not played enough to get into the top. That's true too. Yeah.
Before the game said that if he could imprint something on you guys about the way he sees you and that you could buy in, that he would say that the defensive side of your team
for sure
is what he would want to.
That's our identity. With an anchor like Vic, with Jeremy.
We said it. I don't think that's that hard of an assessment though. It's undoubtedly that's their, you got to lean into your identity, I think. And that's your best bet. And it started with Sochan. Some people will say it started with Devin. I don't think Devin is like a primary defender or anything. I don't think he's like a staple defender for the team. I don't think the Spurs got Devin and then they thought, okay, we need a defensive team. Like we need to build around this. This is our identity now. I think Sochan was the start of that because of how good he is defensively. I think he was the start of that. And obviously Wemby is just him. So.
Jeremy. I mean, everybody got. That's our identity. With an anchor like Vic, with Jeremy, I mean, everybody got to pick it up. And so, they've challenged me. They've challenged everybody on the team, and we just got to accept that.
Devin, a lot of the guys this week talked about the, a dream come true to play Christmas Day.
For sure.
In Madison Square Garden.
For sure.
What are your
Realistically, we will probably only use 1 or 2 draft picks this year. Our roster is full of talent. Well, we're definitely getting 2 regardless. right? Even if the Spurs made the play, which I don't think we will, but even if the Spurs made the playoffs, they're still getting their pick. So I guess the matter of we really want the lotteries, but this is a deep draft, so there is that. Devin is an okay defender, but his long arms give him a better advantage, as well as his height. Yeah, I see him more of a lane disruptor than anything.
What are your thoughts on it?
It's definitely that. It's definitely that. I actually, my parents and family is from New York, so I got people out there. It's going to be fun. It's going to be exciting. I think
we can combine the picks too and move into the lottery. I guess it depends on which ones. I mean, because how things looking, we might very well not get the Bulls or the Hornets. I've given up on the Hornets pick. The Bulls one though, the Bulls one is still on the table. We just need them to be better. Please be better. But they're really close. They're really close.
You wake up when you're a young kid, you always open your gifts, and the first thing that's going on is pretty much basketball. So for it to be us, it's a blessing, and don't ever take that for granted. I'm excited.
Remember when Devin said, "Man, stop talking about that Victor dude. We finna be hooping. Look at us now." Yeah, that is funny. At that time, I was like, "No, I'm gonna keep talking about Victor. Y'all not doing nothing." That's great. That's great. Great mentality. But yeah, y'all ain't doing nothing, man.
He got one more. Last one.
This is a game that really had a ton of runs. Atlanta got on a big run in the second quarter. You guys got on a big run in the third. How do you guys as players kind of stay focused whenever things aren't going right, but then also try and keep the gas pedal down whenever things are going right for you guys?
Yeah, I think that basketball is literally just a game of runs, and you can't ever get too high or too low. There's times where we get out to a lead and we're up 20, and then in the first quarter, next thing you know, the second quarter, it's a tie game. So
this, when I try to articulate some of the issues that I have with Keldon at times, that's what it is that it ain't over till it's over. It's even more different than football. A touchdown, or you get 2 touchdowns ahead of your opponent in football, that's huge. It takes so much inch by inch for them to even scrape that to come back. It takes a lot in football. Yeah, you can mess up 1 or 2 plays, but it takes a lot. We kind of know you got 2 touchdowns on your opponent, and there's 4 minutes left, and you got the ball. It's probably over, right? But it's not like that in basketball. There's so many runs. And that's what makes Castle so special. That's what made Kawhi special. That's what makes Wemby special. It's more to it than just that, obviously. But that mentality where you're not getting too high, getting too low, and you're staying in the moment and realizing it can be taken away from you any moment. That's good. And Keldon brings that energy, as Devin said. He brings that energy, but I would much rather Keldon bring that energy at the beginning of certain quarters, not finishing the quarters, because he's always super high. Gets way too excited and end up making a mistake. I don't even know where the I'm gonna do my own thing came into place here. I'm gonna do my own thing. What are we talking about?
You just gotta, like I said, never get too high, too low. Just stay focused on the game plan and focus on getting the win. Appreciate it.
Yeah, good. That's a good kid, that Devin Vassell. I like that kid. I like that kid a lot. Clan, did you see Harrison Ingram in the G League showcase? No. How'd he do? It starts soon? Oh, did you see he's in it? Is that what you were telling me? Yeah, I haven't been paying attention to the G League this year. Been so focused on ours. So with Austin averaging 12 points, 37 field goal percentage, 33 point percentage. Good gosh, 8 rebounds a game. 4 assists, a steal. I think he's going to be a perfect backup. He's a feature player. Oh, okay. From Devin, you said, I'm going to do my own thing, and talked about Victor more. Oh. When Vassell said that about Wemby before he was drafted, the "we're hooping" comment, I'm gonna do my own thing. Oh, okay. Yeah, I got you. I'm like, all right, you do that. You do your thing, but we're not doing anything. Did you hear about the Charlotte Hornets PS5 scandal? All right, we're gonna look at that and then get out of here. PS5. Huh? Hornets apologized for taking back gift of PS5 from 13-year-old fan following on-court Christmas skit. Hold on, it's not. It's The Athletic. Give me a second. I guess we'll do CNN. The Charlotte Hornets have apologized for appearing to gift a PS5 to a child during an on-court skit, only to later take it back from him off camera. The incident, which occurred during the Monday's game against the 76ers, was captured in a post on X. The post shows the Hornets mascot Hugo dressed as Santa Claus handing the PS5 to a young fan who takes the gift with a mixture of shock and delight on his face. However, the ex-user, who said the child is his best friend's nephew, said Hornet staff later took the PlayStation back from the boy off camera and handed him a jersey instead. Perhaps a Grinch outfit for Hugo would have been more... Yeah, let's not make the jokes, okay? Let's see. Crucially, this information wasn't relayed to his 13-year-old nephew, who Phil said is called Jack. Take your gift and leave, apparently. I think they let you back in. Take your gift and get out of there. At this point, everybody thinks that Jack is going to get the PS5, including all the dancers, all the cheerleaders. Everybody basically starts congratulating him. There was even a Hornets dancer who actually gave him the PS5. She starts to pack it up for him in the bag. The skit included bad decision making and poor communication. Simply put, we turned the ball over and we apologized. We have reached out to the family and are committed to not only making it right, but to exceeding expectations. We will be providing the fan with the PS5 that he should have taken home last night, along with the VIP experience to a future game. Why would you take it? I guess they were really worried about getting in trouble from the higher ups. So they're like, oh, we need to take this back. The funny thing is, if he had just gone out in the first place and they just gave him a jersey out there on the court, he would have been stoked, you know? Well, I guess it's a good thing he got his PS5 back. That's so stupid. Hornets so broke they won't give a kid a $500 system. $500 is nothing to an NBA organization. Why would you take that back? They traded the PS5 for draft picks. Guys, in a situation like that where they're like, hey, we're going to take that PS5 back. I'm not giving it back. I think I'm not giving it back. I'm like, no. Actually, no, I'm not going to give this back. Common Hornets L. Yeah, I'm not giving that back. I'm not giving it back, and then I'm going on social media to complain. And I'm going to try to videotape it. I'll pull out my phone. You're trying to, I'll really egg it on. So you're trying to take my PlayStation 5 back? This is all I have. My mother and father, they only had $200 in their bank account, and they spent it for these tickets to see this game. Can you imagine how cheap it is to go see a Hornets game? Yeah, exactly, Huncho. Nah, I'm gonna do my own thing. Yeah, but we accidentally. Nah, I'm gonna do my own thing. So dumb. Yeah, it's stupid. Also, during the holidays, it's crazy. You don't take the PS5 back. I'm holding on to it. I don't care. They were like, okay, we need the PS5. Here's a jersey instead. I was like, oh, I'll take the jersey. That's cool. But no, you're not getting the PS5 back. Yeah, the fact that you have to go to social media to even make this happen, because I'm assuming that's what happened. They went to social media and then they were like, "Oh, okay. Yeah, we don't want to get in trouble." That's so stupid. Anyways, ending it.